G'day everyone, Dan from ServoPro here. I've got Damien Gooden here from HR Central. Damien is the head of HR Central, and HR Central look after all of our ServoPro members for all HR needs. So welcome, Damien.
Hey, thank you for having me on. Interesting times.
Yeah, sure is. Lots of things happening, especially for you in the HR space. Let's get straight into it. So one of the questions that we've been asked from our members is, how do I approach a situation where one of my employees is feeling anxious and nervous about coronavirus? And yeah, as a service station owner, what's sort of the best practice on how to approach that situation?
Yeah, mate, one of the key things is everyone is sort of built to respond when things are out of their control. So one of the things you need to do is everyone just take a moment and give people the time to just do a self-check-in. How are they feeling? How's their energy? And what are they worried about at the moment? And then to bring your mind back to what are the things that I can control and what are the things that are out of my control. So there's a lot of social media scuttlebutt out there. There's a lot of people putting out opinions about what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. We can't control what people say. We can't control different viewpoints or different things that have come from this alleged overseas authority on the matter. We can't control that being spread around social media. We find when we consume that, people get more anxious and more upset and more worried about the uncertainty. What we can control is how much social media we spend, how much time we spend reading social media. I'd advise to cut it right out. I'd also advise to not read any websites that aren't the World Health Organization or one of their government sites, because there's so much information out there, misinformation and contradicting information, which is driving people crazy. So Dan, I'll just show you quickly this screen, which is very useful, come from the government, which is a particular anxiety and support site for particularly dealing with COVID-19. And you can see on the left here, all these different points. People need to be informed. And as I said, you've got to get your information from the right source. Understand the history. There's a lot of information out there saying if you touch someone, it's going to last this long or that long. Again, the information that you get and where it comes from is really important. And understanding that there's been other viruses out there that have had patterns of growth and spread and things like that. And we need to understand that the world is unlikely to end. We are just going to get through this. We just don't know how long it's going to take, okay? Get organised and balance your thoughts. You know, take the time to be prepared. We don't want to go out there and buy a million things and hoard, but we do need to make sure that we've got ourselves in order and we've got a plan for how we're going to operate. Shut down the noise. It sort of talks to the point I was talking about before. Don't listen to the rubbish. Even your mate who says they've got a mate that works at a hospital, just leave that to one side. Take your advice from the ABC or from the World Health Organization or from the politicians directly. Remember who you are, makes sense, and that goes back to the things that you can control. You can control your attitude today. You can control if you smile to someone on the video chat at work. You know, you can choose how far you socially distance from people when you go to the supermarket to get those necessary supplies. You're in control of those things. Keep healthy. Bit tough now that some of the gyms have closed, but try and get some exercise, okay? You can guarantee the people that are putting around the parks right now, they are not the ones that have the coronavirus. And if you do, you're going to run past them so quickly, you're very unlikely to pick it up. But your mental health is going to be much buoyed by your physical health. So get out there and do some exercise. Stay engaged. Do the things you enjoy. Part of that is socialising. So yes, it's difficult. We can't go and visit our mates. Pubs are closed, all that sort of thing, but you can still engage. There's a great app called House Party that you can download with your mates and have conversations together. So have a look at that. Keep looking forward as well. There is going to be an end. We don't know when it is, but it will come. This site is fantastic, Dan. I recommend everyone get there. It's a government website. It's got great tools in there, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, perfect. That's really good, Damien. I think the sort of the key thing that you said there was, you know, advising our staff to stay away from social media and some of the bigger news websites that have got a lot of clickbait and are just trying to get people to click on things. I think, yeah, like you said, get away from some of those news sources and social media and go to the websites like the one that you showed us to get some good information. And I think if employers are really encouraging their employees to do that, then they'll be able to stop a lot of this this anxiousness and the nervousness that a lot of employees are feeling.
Yeah, I agree, mate. And it's hard when you've got so much information and so much uncertainty. Just peeling it all back can help you just take stock and really listen to the advice that we're being given and the directions we're being given from the government. Because if the government says don't go to Bondi Beach and sit next to your mate, don't go to Bondi Beach and sit next to your mates. Get that spread, keep your social distance, and we'll get over this thing.
Great. Thanks for that advice. Beautiful. Thanks, Damien.
No worries, mate.